Hello everyone, it's a Canadian Wi-Fi here. Old viewers of my channel will recognize this team. It is Mono Dragon. The whole idea of the team is to overpower the opponent. Mind you, he has a stall team. And the whole idea of a stall team is to not be overpowered by the opponent. So this is a very interesting team matchup, as you can see on your screen. The Jellicent can shut down a lot of my offensive momentum because it has Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Recover, etc., etc. The Heatran and the Skarmory will prevent me from just launching off Draco Meteors on everything, as well as Blissey, because Blissey can just come in and sponge them. So he has protection against Outrages with Will-O-Wisp and Skarmory and etc., etc. He has protection against Draco Meteors, and on top of that, I can't set up my Stealth Rock because he has a Tentacruel, and he has a Hippowdon, which can whirlwind me around and just generally be a physical wall with recovery. So if he predicts correctly around my threats and I don't play properly with my threats, then things will quickly go downhill for me and I will lose the battle. So I predicted him to lead off with his Hippo actually, and I led off with Heatran. Just being able to scorch him with a Flamethrower on the first turn. Life Orb Flamethrower should do over half, as he just sets up a Stealth Rock. Now I know he's going to switch out to his own Heatran to take the Flamethrower, so I'm going to be able to set up my own Stealth Rock. I actually outplay him quite a bit here in the early portion. Predict the Earth Power, go with the Hydreigon. That was pretty obvious because I saw he was an offensive Heatran because he was on a balloon, so I can go for the U-turn, pop the balloon, go rid of my Garchomp, which was quite risky in case he had the HP Ice, but he's carrying the Dragon Pulse. And here the obvious switch to Skarm is so stupidly obvious on the Earthquake, so I'm just going to go for the Fire Fang. That's one of the problems with stall teams, is you really have to make the obvious plays a lot. Anyway, Skarm goes for the Roost. Excuse me. And right here, Superpower, nothing really wants to take it. So he goes out to Hippo, lives level 1, and debating if he switches to Jellicent, Hippo's just dead to rocks anyway, so I figured, you know what, let's just kill it off right here. He probably doesn't want to save it, and he doesn't, so Hippo is dead, and he goes out to Jellicent. Obvious forced me out. Obvious Will-O-Wisp is also very obvious, so I can go straight up to Heatran, get the Will-O-Wisp, Flash Fire Boost, and the switch to Heatran right now is like very, very obvious, and I also can't do anything, so I'm just gonna roar him out. He goes out in the Skarm. The last thing I want to do is Flamethrower, because in comes to Heatran, I'm just gonna roar him out. And in comes to Blissey, and I figure with a Flash Fire Boost and a Life Orb, I feel like I could do a little bit, at least pressure him into roosting, but it still only does 29% because Blissey's ridiculous. It's hard to imagine Chansey being better than that, but Chansey's better than that. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to go for Flamethrower one more time, just to try to bait him into going for the Wish again, so that I can get a free switch out into my Haxorus, and basically now, something is dying. Technically, he really should have went out to Skarm here, but I'm pretty sure Skarm would have been 3 KO'd by it as well. He would have been forced to roost. But he just lets his Blissey die, which is very okay with me. As he goes out to his Heatran instead of his Skarm here, which doesn't like taking it one bit whatsoever. I mean, that's a 40% to a Heatran. That's ridiculous. And right here, he forfeits after thinking for quite a long time. And I will explain to you why he forfeited. I completely agree with why he forfeited, to be honest. It was completely game over. As if you check my Salamence here. Okay, you can't see it, but it has a Lumberry. So basically, here are the possible scenarios. I don't need to Dragon Dance because I outspeed everything left on his team. And as soon as I get +1 attack, I'm able to kill that Jellicent with an Outrage. So, basically what goes on here is I Earthquake the Heatran. It dies if he stays in. So if he stays in, I get the +1 and I win. If he goes out to Tentacruel, I can do a KO with Earthquake and I win. If he goes out to Skarmory to avoid the Earthquake, I can just Fire Blast, and if he wants to go back in Heatran, I can just Earthquake. Like, he's not getting anywhere with that play. So there's my +1 if he goes out to Skarm. And if he goes out to Jellicent, I can Dragon Dance as it Will-O-Wisp, because I have a Lumberry, which will allow me to get the +1. After Stealth Rock, Heatran will not be surviving a +1 Outrage, and if Skarm wants to come back in, then I can just switch out to one of my other 4 dragons that I still have left, and then just repeat the process over again, this time not having to lock myself into Outrage. It was completely GG. I completely understand why he quit, and Mono Dragon is just that good. Since what's his face, Genesect is gone, there's nothing with fast ice beams left in this tier, and Mono Dragon is just kind of here to wreck face. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I kind of took a crap all over his stall team, which I figured you might enjoy seeing, because that really is a stall, like a soul-crushing stall team. and I kind of took a crap all over it. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.